It is now week 4 of nursing school. I had my first exam last Thursday. It was for patho, and I did really good. I only missed like 2 questions, and I knew what questions it was. I just had like a little mix-up. I was like, oh, I studied this, but I don't remember. And I did that. I also had a dosage quiz. I got 100 on that. And I'm kind of liking dosage right now. No drinks for that though. And I love patho. No drinks for that right now either. What else we got going on, Teddy? I also went to my first clinical last week. And it was pretty cool. We had to... What did we do? It was just orientation. We had like a little scavenger hunt to make sure we know where certain things are. We also like had to log in on the computer, make sure our username and password work. I also went to lab. I have a partner, she's so sweet, and we do like things with each other. We auscultate each other's like the quadrants and stuff today. We did assessments on each other, the mini cog, the mental health exam and stuff like that on each other. And I have an assignment to do this week. It's a health history. I'm gonna do it with my mom. I did sterile gloves today. I got checked off for that, and y'all, I was so nervous. Like my hands were like just sitting there like, oh my goodness, I'm so scared. But I passed it. But it was like a struggle for me to put it on because my hands are so clammy because like my nerves are so bad. But I passed it. I'm preparing for an exam. I have an exam Thursday for my health assessment class. It's gonna be on like vitals, interview, evidence-based practice and stuff like that. And so I'm trying to prepare for that because patho, I love patho because you just have to know the information, and it's like either you know it or you don't know it. Whereas for this information, you have to apply it. So I've been like looking at my study guides, looking at my notes and everything, and I've been going on Quizlet like for different chapters and looking at like questions for each chapter just to test my knowledge, read the rationales and stuff like that. I also have to make drug cards for tomorrow. So here is like an example of my drug cards. Oops. These are the ones that I have now. Oh, it's smeared. But yeah, this is what I have now. And then I'm doing like, what's upside down? The pink are going to be for painkillers. And I'm not sure what else I'm going to do because I only have like 4 different colors. So I have to figure out how to organize that. But yeah, these are painkillers. I'm doing about 5 a week. I have to do some more for my clinical tomorrow. In 2 weeks, I have checkoffs for my vital signs. So I'm going to try to sign up for a lab and practice blood pressure because I had it down pat at first. And then I'm kind of scared now because it's about time for checkoffs. And we can only be, I believe, 4 notches off, systolic and diastolic. So I need to practice that before I go in there and fill checkoffs. So this week, what we have planned: a test for health assessment and then another dosage quiz. And then next week I have another exam, and the week after that I have another exam, and the week after that I have another exam, and so on and so on. But it's not bad so far. It's just like a lot of information to know. And with patho is my baby. I love patho because I understand it. And it's like, you either know it or you don't. And I went in there on that exam, and I was like flying through, and I was done in like 10 minutes. But I didn't want to be the first one done, so I had to wait for other people. And like I knew, I was like, dang, like these 2 questions, it was like putting in order, I believe, like the process for lupus and rheumatoid arthritis. I always like, I keep seeing this, like it was a quiz question too, and I know I got it wrong on the quiz, and like I went back and looked in the book. It's literally like right there in the book, in my notes, in my study guide, but I still like just brain fart, mixing it up, thinking too hard about it. And yeah, so I'm about to go ahead and watch these lectures so that I have enough time to study, because I have to wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning tomorrow for clinical. So we'll see how this goes. So it is 6 o'clock, and I had to come early because last time I came here to my clinical, I was lost because we had to park on like the other side, and we had to like walk about 10 minutes to get to the hospital. I'm scared my friend's about to pop up and scare me because he just recorded my car. But yeah, so I'm just waiting. I don't know what I'm waiting for. I'm just making a video. But I have to walk in and we have to like get checked in, we have to like sanitize, get a new mask from the front office, and then we have to go meet in the classroom. And so that's what we're doing. And I don't know what I'm doing today because I'm not checked off for vitals or anything, so I can't do vitals in anybody. All I can do is sterile gloves. There he goes. So it is now like 1:15, I believe. I got out of clinicals about 11:30, got home maybe around 12, and I walk my dog like on a long walk so that he will fall asleep somewhere while I study. Clinicals went really well. Basically, I had to like go on my patient's chart and read all about them, like reason why they're there, why they're still there, basically just everything. See like what kind of IVs they have, whatever they have going on, any wounds or anything, any dressings, and like know all about them, basically everything about them, like all their history, stuff like that, just to get an understanding of who I'm dealing with. And then we had to do like an SBAR communication with our instructor to basically show that we know how to communicate the information. And yeah, then we got to introduce ourselves to our patient, and they were really nice. I'm on the oncology floor, and I know I'm gonna be crying probably, like with these patients. I just know I'm gonna be crying. I'm very sensitive. Anyways, yeah, I'm on the oncology floor. That's his pig. What else did I do today? I think that was all I did today. So I'm about to study for health assessment because that exam is on Thursday. And I'm still trying to figure out how to study for classes like that because it's not like patho. So I'm gonna do this differently. For patho, I made like a Quizlet basically with my whole study guide, and basically made a Quizlet of the whole PowerPoint, like all the PowerPoints, all the lectures, everything was basically word for word, but I was asking questions like in a question format rather than just reading it straight off the PowerPoint. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to study for these other classes, and I can't do like a study with me because I don't know if my study technique is like accurate and effective. I know for patho it is because I did good on patho. I'm so happy about patho. Like I cannot stop talking about it. I love patho. Now I'm probably gonna go through the study guide and like write down key things on my blackboard. Write down key things on my dry erase board and things that I don't understand, things I'm having trouble like memorizing, like the 5 big questions we have to ask, the cage, what is it, the HEDAS, I don't even know how to pronounce it, and basically stuff like that, and like what we're looking for in mental examinations, the mini cog, all kinds of stuff like that, what it consists of, what questions are asked. And I'm going to go on Quizlet and go like through each chapter and do practice questions for each chapter. Fingers crossed this works because I don't know how to study for this. I'm just winging it at this point. So it is Wednesday and I have to study some more. My exam is at 8 a.m. tomorrow. And then I also have a quiz at 4 o'clock tomorrow. And after the quiz, 4:30, we have a WebEx meeting to talk about the quiz and then probably talk about the exam that we have for next week. And I have a paper due, my nursing process paper, which is basically like about my clinical. And I have another quiz on Friday. So I am about to finish studying. I have my Dunkin' coffee and I have some yogurt with some granola. And my plans, my whole schedule that I've created, like saying, oh, I'm going to watch lectures on these days, and on these days I'm going to go back and do this, that is not working out. Because, so whenever I was first doing that was before I started lab. So I started lab, and I was like, okay, that's not too bad, like I still have time. Then I started clinical, and I was like, oh. And then I started having exams every week. So I was like, yeah, that's not going to work out, so I have to rearrange my schedule and what I want to do. So I'm still winging it, but right now I'm still trying to watch lectures early. And if not, that's okay because I have the weekend to watch lectures. And then the week of my exams, I'm going to like go back into my notes and everything, go into the book for some classes maybe. I don't know how care provider is. I don't know how foundations is. But for, what is this, health assessment, I'm definitely going in the book for this. And Path, though, I like the book because it explains stuff way better than like, well, not way better. I like the Patho book because it explains things and like it's easier to understand the Patho book. If I don't understand, just go in there. I have all this stuff to do. And then later I'm going to meet some friends and study with them for this exam tomorrow at 8 in the morning. And you have to be there by like what, 7:30, 7:40. So I just got back from my second exam. Last week was Patho. This week was health assessment. And I did way better than what I was expecting. And I'm excited because I was like, as long as I can get a freaking 78, I'm happy. As long as I can just pass this exam, I'm happy. And I did way better than a 78, better than an 80. I got a 92, and I'm happy with that because I was expecting something low. If it was Patho and I got a 92, I would be upset because I like Patho and like I memorized everything. But health assessment, it's like some of the questions you just have to apply your knowledge, and other questions like just stuff that you have to know. And I was like, I don't know how I'm about to apply my knowledge to this, but I got a 92, and that's better than what I was expecting. So I'm going to do a video sometime about like my study habit, my study routine. I didn't want to do it like without taking exams because I didn't know if my study routine was going to be helpful during nursing school, and just like make a video and not know if I was going to do good. So now that I know like I'm getting 90s on these exams, I'm going to share my routine with y'all. Now it's 9 o'clock, so I'm going to take my dog to the dog park because I feel bad for just like having him sit there and stare at me while I study and he wants to play, but like I have work to do. So I'm going to take him to the dog park to make up for that. I'm going to study for my quiz when I come back. I have a dosage quiz. And I also have to do a nursing process paper for clinicals. That's due at midnight. So that's all that I have to do today. And I'm probably going to watch some lectures. I didn't watch health assessment lectures because I didn't want to watch 2 hours worth of lectures for material that wasn't going to be on this exam. So I wanted to wait till like after the exam to learn new material for the class. And that's just all I got to do. And then I'm going to start studying for my care provider exam, which is next Thursday. Wish me luck on that one. That's the one where you have to apply all your knowledge. Like, it's just like things you need to know. And wish me luck. Did you just try to bite me? So I've been home for a while now. It's like 3 o'clock, I believe. My quiz, my dosage quiz is at 4 o'clock. Then I have a 4:30 WebEx right after to talk about it and to talk about probably our exam next week. So I looked over my little dosage stuff and I have like a good idea. I feel confident. My last one I got 100, so I feel confident. I wish I could be one of those students who like wake up early and go to the gym and then like plan out their day and have all this stuff all together. But that's not me. I wish that was me. Like, yeah, hey guys, good morning. It's like 6 in the morning. I'm about to go to the gym. No, my alarm is set for like 8 o'clock in the morning every day, and I still wake up at 11 or maybe 12 and start my day at like 12 o'clock. I mean, whatever I'm doing, I don't even know what I'm doing. Whatever I'm doing seems to be working so far, so I'm not complaining. But I feel very confident in myself so far. I only took 2 exams, but still I'm excited about it because I did better than what I expected for both of them. And this next one is care provider. This is where you have to apply your knowledge, so I'm kind of worried about that. But I mean, I did it for this exam I took today as well, and I did pretty good. But as long as I can get like an 80, I want higher than an 80, but as long as I can get like pass with a 78 or higher, I don't care what I get. That's what I said about this exam I took today. I made a 92 after saying like, oh, I might get like 80 something. So I always underestimate myself, but I ended up doing really good. And I need to stop doing that because I always think so negative and like expect the worst. And then like I surprise myself like, oh, I'm actually really smart. And yeah. So I'm about to finish looking at stuff for dosage and then take this exam, go to the meeting, and then study. So it's Friday and I'm finishing up some lectures. I didn't want to watch health assessment lectures before I didn't want to watch health assessment lectures before an exam, and that material wasn't even going to be on the exam. So I was like, I'll just wait till after the exam to learn new material that wasn't relevant, you know? So I just studied everything for that exam, and now I'm starting on material for the next exam, which is next month sometime. I don't even know when. And then I'm going to study for my care provider exam. That is next week. That is the one where you have to apply everything, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I can pass this one. I feel confident because I've been doing good so far, and I feel like I don't have much to worry about. But it's still like, I overthink a lot. I'm a bad test taker because I get so anxious. But I also have a quiz for patho next week, so I'm going to try to understand the material for electrolytes, I believe. I did my nursing process paper. I also had a prioritizing assignment to do for my foundations class. I got a 100 in that. I was basically just disagreeing with everybody. Like, oh, I don't believe that person should go first. I think this person should go first. And I felt kind of bad because I'm not really one to disagree with people. I just be like, yeah, whatever you're gonna do. And yeah, now I have 100 because I disagree to everybody. And ignore the back. Like, I'm washing clothes, washing my sheets and everything. So yeah, now I'm just going to finish up health assessment. We're learning heart sounds this week. And then that's all. I'm going to try to start early for a care provider because I have quite a few lectures, or not lectures, but just chapters to get through and study for that content. And I'm going to probably do what I did for health assessment and just go through and do practice problems for applying my knowledge because the questions are NCLEX style questions to prepare us. So that's what I'm going to work on. I feel very good so far though. This is just what, the 4th week, I believe, 3rd week, 4th week. And I feel very good because my grades are looking really good. I mean, it's early, but still, like, I feel like I'm on the right track. And I'm like, you know, starting out really well with 90s and above on my exams. No jinx for this next exam or the exams after that. But I'm feeling very confident so far with nursing school. And I really like it. It is a lot, but it's not hard. It's just like a lot to do in a week, you know? There's like 2-hour, 3-hour long lectures for each class you have to watch. And then there's an exam every week, and then a dosage quiz every week. And then some other classes would be like, well, this week we have a quiz, this week we have a quiz. And also I am getting checked off on vitals the 22nd. So I'm going to go to like a little Sims lab thing and have to do vitals on a simulate. You're not allowed to call them dummies, so I'm trying to figure out what they're called. On a Sims robot thingy. You can't say dummy. Thank you for tuning in to another week of nursing school. I hope y'all enjoyed watching me do nothing once again. And yeah, make sure you like and subscribe to keep up with my journey, and let's get this degree. And I hope you're ready to become a nurse with me.